Okay, so I was watching a YouTube video this morning and it tells people, it's basically in a nutshell, is telling people that they need to stop worrying about Bitcoin and to touch grass. And I'm going to touch some grass today. I really didn't have a topic uh, picked for this morning until I watched that video. Basically, I think I agree. People worry about the Bitcoin price way too much. I don't think they're on a long enough time frame. You guys have all heard me say it. If you guys hold Bitcoin for more than 4 years, no one's ever lost money in Bitcoin. If you guys are trying to make a quick buck, that's not what it's meant for. Um, it's a savings device. So if you basically, when you go and get your paycheck, pay your bills, and then whatever is left over is supposed to go into your savings. That's how savings have worked for, since they've existed. Now, I don't see why people treat Bitcoin any differently. It isn't an investment. It's a savings device. So when you pay all your bills and you're ready to, transfer it into that savings account, you're buying Bitcoin. And then at that point, you let it sit. It's it's not an account you can take it out right away. Otherwise you can potentially lose money doing it. Um, Basically, if you plan on selling in the next year, you might not want to buy Bitcoin, but anybody who's trying to save for the long haul, for your retirement or even for your house, if you don't plan on moving within the next 4 to 5 years, Bitcoin is a great thing to stick your fiat into because it's not going to it's not going to debase itself by 20 to 30% per year. You're going to get that compound growth of the CAGR between, the numbers range, but it's between like 20 to 50%. I've heard it up to 70%. Just depends on where you find your information at. Well, guys, you guys always say I'm in the cornfield, and today I am in the cornfield, and I am on my lunch, just in case anyone asks. I just decided to do it outside today. Um, Sorry, I got off on a tangent there. It's the first time I'm using this selfie stick thing. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to film my videos this way. So like I was saying, it's a savings device and people need to stop treating it like a get rich quick scheme. If you want to do that, get into your shit coins. You're going to have, you're going to lose money either way, but you're going to have a better time getting in and out of trades and deals. I mean, unless you're doing leverage, I really don't see a whole reason to be trading in and out of your Bitcoin. And people always forget that every transaction is a taxable event, and you're supposed to take taxes out for it, but people never do. I must be like the only guy that pays taxes on their crypto. Um, well, it's getting hot in here. I might switch back to the van. Okay, now that I'm not boiling to death outside, I just kind of wanted to test how it sounded. Like with the, basically, I have this new mic and I wanted to see how the wind was picked up and how it sounded outside. I also want to see how it sounds in here with, like, 'cause technically, because I'm in this van and it's just a steel box and it does no help for sound quality. So I guess I just wanted to test. This video is basically just one big test. Um, with that being said, where was I? I was talking about how BTC should be treated as a savings account and not an investment. Um, Basically, I know I went over it, but like if you're gonna trade in and out of BTC, it's just not a good idea. Because I already talked about how it does incur a taxable event, but without even factoring that in, you have to factor in that you're not going to be able to figure out the highs and lows, even though no matter how many charts you read, no matter how good you think you are at TA, with the volatility of Bitcoin and then the unpredictability of like treasury companies, like your not your BlackRock, but your strategy and your micro strategy, and then like your BlackRock, you're just not going to be able to predict it. I mean, you might be able to see the resistances and then like your supports, and that might get you by on your small trades, like your small time frame trades. But who's to say we get up to 250 and then we drop again by like 50, 60%, which I think is unlikely. But say it does. Well, 50% of 250's what? 125. Guess what? If you held so you buy it at 125, what happens if it goes down another 10, 20, 30? Or better yet, it never hits 125 and you keep waiting for it and you're not buying in that time frame. That's why you just start buying it with whatever you have left over from your check or whatever you were going to put in that savings account that was going to get you a couple percent for at best. I mean, you're gonna even factoring in the drop dips and the peaks, you're still gonna at least get 40 to 20% in your BTC savings account, and that's how people need to treat it. Um, Sorry, it was a little rambly one today. I see if I can fix it in post. But really, like I said, this was just a big test on this microphone. I'll have a better video out tomorrow where I'll actually I'll find a topic before I watch a YouTube video from this morning. I'll catch you guys on the next one later. Trust me, I'm a professional. I forgot to ask you guys to hit the like button if you liked it, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit that yet, and hit that bell notification on the way out. Dang, guys. Did you guys forget there's the next video's over here, or a playlist over here, and the subscribe button's probably about here. Now I'll catch you on the next one later.